Good evening and welcome to CollinsvilleCardinals.tv, where we are live from Tiger Field, where the Collinsville Cardinals will take on the Coweta Tigers. I'm Logan Wilt, joined by Zach Hubbard. Zach, are you ready for some football?
I'm always ready, Logan. I'm always ready.
Yeah, Collinsville comes into this game with a 2-1 record, losing a tough loss to Skiatook last week, with the final score being 20-14. Will Shoup talk to Coach Jones, and we'll take it to that.
Hello, my name is Will Shoup, and I'm here with a football walkthrough. This is Coach Jones. We're going to ask him a few questions about the game this week. So, Coach Jones, you just came from a tough loss against Skiatook last week. How are you going to get your players to bounce back from that?
Well, we just, it's over. It's in the past, and this week is district play, which is much more important. So, we've just been stressing that the regular season, our district play starting this week, and those games are by far the most important. So that I think the kids will be up for it.
Now, Coweta's quarterback has over 1,000 passing yards this season. How are you going to contain Coweta's quarterback?
Well, we're going to try to mix things up and not stay in one coverage for a long time, and try to keep him off balance with what coverage we're in and his reads and so forth. So hopefully we'll be able to confuse him a little bit and create some turnovers.
All right, thank you, Coach Jones.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Jones today before the game, and he said that his keys to the game were resilience. Collinsville has to battle. Coweta is going to have some big plays, and Collinsville has to keep their head up and just keep fighting, because if they don't have resilience tonight, it's going to be a long game. He also said they have to win the turnover battle, which every game, if you go look in the stats, the team that wins the turnover battle usually is the team that comes out with the win. Last week, Collinsville had a bunch of silly penalties, and so that's one thing they're going to have to cut down on this week. And the last thing is we're going to have some open field tackles. Last week, Collinsville did not have very good tackles, and it allowed for McLaughlin to have a pretty big game for Skiatook. So if Collinsville can do those things, they're going to have a pretty good chance tonight.
Yeah, we can't. That line's got to not have dumb penalties. We can't start off 1st and 15 every drive. You just can't. You can't win a football game like that.
Yeah, and with Collinsville, we're a run-heavy team, and so when it starts out 1st and 15, you have to have a pretty good. I mean, if you don't have on 3rd down, if it's 3rd and long, you force them to pass, and that's something that Collinsville can do, but if they would prefer to run the ball.
We're a run-heavy team. Well, we always have that pass in our back pocket that we could always go to.
Yeah, Will Shoup also talked with Cutler Cole. We'll take it to him.
Hello, I'm here with Cutler Cole. Now, Cutler, last week the offense struggled. What have you done this week to work out the kinks?
We've just watched a lot of film. We made mistakes last week, and we've learned from those mistakes after watching film and just come together and worked hard in practice this week.
Do you think you'll be able to use the loss last week to play harder this week?
Well, of course, I mean, losing to Skiatook always hurts, but it makes us prepared for this week even harder.
Thank you, Cutler.
Alrighty, so with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left till kickoff, both of the team's captains are taking the field. The captains for Coweta include number 24, Kirk Russo, number 34, Sam Dawes, number 63, Braden Smith, and number 72, Michael Bogner. For Collinsville, number 1, Sean Kacheski, number 56, Jake Douglas, number 75, Stephen Wilson, and number 76, Michael McAtee. Like you might have heard in the interview with Coach Jones, Coweta's quarterback has over 1,000 yards passing, so we don't expect anything different from Coweta's tonight on the offensive side of the ball to come out and throw the ball. They've got a good receiving core with number 83, Evan Ronker. How do you say that, Hubbard?
Ron Eicher.
Ron Eicher. And he's going to lead that receiving core.
And that goes back to a key of the game, open field tackles. I mean, I'm not going to say we're a bad tackling team, but we're not the best.
Well, there's always room for improvement. And I know the coaches were pretty hard on the players this week. And the players realize after watching film how many mistakes they made, and they're ready to make up for it this game.
What do you expect on Coweta's defense? What do you expect them to do?
Expect them to load the box and force Collinsville to pass the ball. And Sean Kacheski has an arm on him, so it's not like Collinsville is afraid to throw the ball. But with the running game that Collinsville has, Sean Kacheski and Ryan Haymaker, two really good backfield players.
And Blake Bird. Blake Bird goes in there, too.
Yeah, Blake Bird can come in and run the ball, and they don't lose a step with him in the game. So Collinsville, I mean, we're going to have to see really what Coweta's defense does. I think they're going to load the box and force Collinsville to throw the ball. But I'd like to see Collinsville come out, run some run plays. I've heard their defensive backs press up, and so if Collinsville come out, run the ball, make Coweta, their DBs, get up a little bit harder and press, run a play action, and hopefully we can get a wide receiver open downfield for a big play.
Maybe Brett Erickson on that post route that they like to run.
Yeah, Brett Erickson is a really fast wide receiver for the Cardinals, and he can beat his guy.
He can beat almost anybody off the line.
Yeah, and the Collinsville Cardinals have done a really good job with their 5-yard out routes and their curl routes.
Saw that last week with Sam West.
Yeah, they're short curl routes, and Sam West played really well last night, so hopefully he gets targeted a little more tonight. And Coweta will get the ball to start the game. They have number 83, Evan Roniker, back, as well as number 7, Calandis
Colton.
Yeah, Calandis Colton, and he is a junior.
And Collinsville hasn't even taken the field yet. They even ran out of their tunnel. Is that a tunnel? The tunnel of band people.
One thing that Coweta, their field, they don't really have any sidelines, so I expect the refs to call it a little tight on later hits on the sideline. Last week, we could say a little bit out of hand, both sides of the ball, or both teams.
Towards the end of the game, we got a little bit out of hand. And with this sideline, I mean, you push someone after the ball goes out, and he'll go almost into the stands.
And here come the Cardinals. Kicking off for them will be number 9, Cole Hadley.
The freshman kicker he really acts like a senior kicker, really. He doesn't get really, he doesn't get nervous.
He's only had one field goal attempt, and it was a huge one versus Uligal. Gave the Cardinals the lead going into halftime.
I mean, he may be super nervous down there, but from up here, he doesn't show it. It looks like the players almost have to line up single file on that sideline over there.
And we are underway as the ball will be fair caught at the 23-yard line. So not very good field position for Coweta.
Oh,
3 more yards than
3 more yards than you would have got if it was a touchback.
At quarterback for Coweta, number 9, Jake Northern. And they're going to hand the ball off first play, and he's going to get maybe a yard.
I guess we should note this. Number 9 is listed as a wide receiver on their roster that they gave us.
Well, from the stats I've been told, he's not a wide receiver. They're going to go throw the ball, and they got pressure on him. Rock Robbins is going to bring him down as he gets a half a yard.
That's going to be a big thing, is getting pressure on him.
One thing I noticed is number 51, Jacob Harrison, is the nose guard for the Cardinals tonight. And Cardinals are going to have pursuit, and that was Blake Bird. And so that'll be a quick 3 and out by the Coweta Tigers offense.
Coweta gets those plays in real quick.
Yeah, Coweta's going to run a fast-paced offense, so hopefully our offense can get some drives going so they can keep our defense resting. Number back to receive for the Cardinals, number 2, Brandon Lowe, and number 7, Chase Wilkins. It's a high kick. It's going to be fair caught by Chase Wilkins at the 47-yard line.
It's a good punt.
And there's not really any wind tonight. So both teams, no really effect of which side they will defend. Cardinals have 2 wide receivers to each side. And they hand it off to Haymaker. And he gets 2 yards.
Coweta's got a lot of people in the box.
Yeah, that was expected. They've got 7 guys in the box right now. And they're playing about 10 yards off of our receivers. And Sean Kacheski's going to keep it. He's going to get tackled for a 2-yard loss. So it is 3rd and 10. And we'll see what the coaches have in store for this 3rd down. They're going to have Haymaker lined up to the right of Sean. Still 7 guys in the box. Sean's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw it to Brett Erickson, and he is unable to bring it in. So 2 3 and outs to start the game.
So I guess that defense, it's going to be looks like it's going to be a defensive battle all night.
Back to receive the punt for Coweta, number 11, Cagney Roberson.
which Coach Jones told us was a key wide receiver for Coweta.
Yeah, he is a senior. They're going to call false start on the Cardinals, so that'll back him out 5 yards. And a decent punt. Sam West is going to be down there. And the ball's going to be called dead at the 14-yard line. 15-yard line, excuse me.
Pretty good punt by Sean. He's got a good leg on him.
And Coweta's going to have trips to the left. The quarterback's going to keep it. Blake Bird and Josh Arnold will be in to get the tackle, but Coweta will have an 11-yard gain, so that'll move the chains. And that play was a gain of 4 yards. They're going to hand it off to the running back again. They're going to have another first down. So 2 quick first downs. And then he's going to drop back to pass. Kothi has a chance. He's stiff arm, but Josh Arnold will be up there as well as Mark Tillman to make the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
Coweta's not even huddling. They just line up and go.
And that's what wears down defenses, and that's how they're able to score a lot of points. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass, and it's caught by Roberson for a first down. They're going to hand it off to number 20, Ivy. He's going to get 2 yards. That was Levi Draper with the tackle. And Tyler Forrest is going to go try to make a play, and that pass is incomplete. Pretty good coverage by Tyler Forrest.
Yeah, he's a good defensive back, but people, he's a little bit on the shorter side, and people pick up on that, and they've moved him to safety this game to hopefully disrupt the matchups he was getting.
And a group of Cardinals are going to be there to make the tackle on number 11, Roberson. And he gets 2 yards, so it'll be 4th down. 5 yards to go, and it looks like Coweta's going to go for it. It's going to have... They're going to call a false start. And that'll be on the quarterback. Looks like he stumbled a little bit.
They're still going to go for it.
Well, with the way they drove the ball, quarterback's going to be the lone player in the backfield. He's going to drop back to pass. And that ball is not caught by number 89, Jake Ross. So the Cardinals will take over on the 44-yard line. So after a few good plays by Coweta, Collinsville gets the ball back.
With pretty decent field position. Wonder if we can make anything out of this.
About the same spot they were last time they got the ball. Cardinals are going to be in a pistol formation. Haymaker. Sean's going to keep the ball. And he's going to be on his feet, and he's going to be pushed out. And that's going to be another 15 yards. A great play by Sean Kacheski. So they're going to get 15 yards on to the 25-yard run.
I think that was on number 7, Calandis Colton.
So a 40-yard gain on that play. First play of the drive. Card's going to have trips to the right. Tyler Forrest, the lone receiver, to the left. Haymaker's going to get the carry. And he's going to get 5 yards. And Brendan Lowe's going to come into the game for number 23, Austin Roberts. Kacheski's going to keep it again, and he has nowhere to go, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be, he'll lose a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
I think it's time to bring out that 5-yard hitch.
Again, trips to the right. Tyler Forrest, the lone receiver, to the left. Sean's going to roll out to the right. He's going to cut back to the left. And he's going to be stopped for another 1-yard loss. They're going to bring on the field goal unit. And this will be
Hadley's second field goal.
A 32-yard field goal. His first field goal was
20,
yeah, in the 20s. So this one a little bit longer. And the bad hold.
It slipped off the tee.
Yeah, it slipped off the block.
Or block.
So Coweta is going to take over the ball.
That's just bad luck. It was good hold by Brandon, but
The 20-yard line.
slipped off the block.
So both teams have had the ball twice and only 6 minutes taken off the clock. So that's going to show you what type of game it is going to be tonight. The running back's going to get the call, and he's going to go nowhere. Blake Bird's going to blitz off the right side. He's in pursuit. Roberson will be the receiver to bring it in, and that'll be a gain of 15 yards. Schaefer Smith is in the game at linebacker. They're going to run a wide receiver screen, and he's going to be called down.
They're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, excuse me. Couldn't really see.
As long as it was Schaefer, is number 23, Austin Roberts, checked into the game too.
And is he playing linebacker?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. So Collinsville rushes 4. That ball incomplete. And we're not used to seeing Roberts on the defensive end of the ball. Blake Bird is usually in on the right side.
Maybe a little bit more pass-orientated defense.
Yeah. So it's 3rd and 10. They're going to throw it to Roberson, and he's unable to make the play. Chase Wilkins able to break the ball up. So the Cards are going to get the ball back. They'll have Brandon Lowe and Chase Wilkins back to field the punt. And last time the Cards tried to set up their blocking, and that's what they're going to try and do this time. That's a high punt, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So Collins will have to a 4-play drive.
Had a little bit of bad luck.
Yeah, a bad hold, but their defense.
They're holding.
Yeah, they're playing pretty solid tonight already. And Kacheski's going to hand it off to Haymaker. There's a flag down on the play in the backfield. I'm guessing holding.
Well, the only other thing it could be is face mask.
2 flags came in.
Yeah, the far line judge threw a flag too, and the back judge.
And it looks like it is. It is a face mask. So that'll be 10 yards. 15 yards, excuse me.
No, 10 yards.
Well, the PA announcer said 15.
They only marked off 10.
Must have been an accidental. Oh, no, they're going to. The head judge is going to call it dead. To get the chains in the right spot. So, yeah, only a 10-yard penalty. It must have been accidental.
I guess.
If it's purposely, I think it is a 15-yard penalty. Chessie's going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he's going to go nowhere and be stopped for a loss of 1. So like I said earlier, Coweta just loading the box, and they're bringing the heat too.
I mean,
they're daring Collinsville to throw the ball.
And they've watched film from all the games, and how many pass plays did we have versus Oologah? 3?
Yeah. Collinsville had over 400 yards rushing against Oologah. Blow it dead, and that'll be a false start on the offense. So Coach Jones said cut down on the penalties, and
we've had a couple.
Yeah, and he's not happy.
We've had 2 penalties, and they've both been false starts.
So it's 2nd and 16. So now the coaching staff
they have
a hole to dig out of, as well as
they've got to find a way to get some yards.
Sean's going to roll out to the left. He has Brandon Lowe. He's going to be hit immediately, but he will get 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 12.
It's better than no yards.
Sean Kacheski's going to have trips to the right. Sam West is the lone receiver to the left. They're going to run a bubble screen to Haymaker. He needs some blocks, and he will not get them. So that'll be a loss of 5. So Sean Kacheski's going to be the punter. He'll kick off. He'll punt it to number 7, Galandris Colton. Coweta's going to try and bring the heat, and they're just going to fair catch it.
That's one good thing about Sean being a punter is he kicks it real quick. So not that many people can get back there fast enough to block it.
Coweda's going to throw a bubble screen to the running back. Mark Tillman's going to whiff on a tackle, but Levi Draper and Chandler Cole will be there to get the tackle. That was a gain of 8 yards. Rock Robbins is going to jump off sides. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to pump fake. He has a man deep, and that's Roberson. And he's going to score for the Tigers.
I think Chase Wilkins bid on the pump fake.
And Coweda's going to run some type of trick play. They're just going to throw a fade route, and it's incomplete. So the score will be 6-0 with 2:04 left in the first quarter.
I believe that's called the swinging gate.
So here's where the Cardinals need to show some resilience, like Coach Jones said.
And not let one play describe your whole game.
Yeah, dictate the game, yeah.
And he told us when we talked to him that Coweda's going to have big plays.
So back to return for the Cardinals, number 11, Brett Erickson, number 24, Mark Tillman, and number 22, Blake Bird.
You think they'll kick it to Brett this game? Or kick it out of bounds?
We'll just have to see. This will be the first time that Collinsville will have their kick return unit on the field. It looks like it's just going to be a pooch kick. And that's what it is. And Austin Roberts is going to field it.
He didn't have time to make a fair catch.
Yeah, and he's just going to go down. So the Cards with ball at the 40-yard line can't be disappointed about their field position so far.
Had it 3 out of the 4 times around that 40-yard line. That was number 14, Hunter Holmes, that kicked it for Coweta, who interestingly has 4 kickers on their roster.
Sean Kacheski's going to fake the handoff to Ryan Haymaker, and he's just going to overthrow Brandon Lowe. Good play call there. Brandon was wide open.
He ran right between the 4 defensive backs.
Yeah, but Sean was being pressured, and he had to get the ball off in a hurry. One of the linemen missed their assignment there. But I think that's the first time in 2 games that we've seen a play-action pass. Sean's going to keep the ball. He's going to stumble a little bit, and he'll be brought down by number 44, Zane Davis. So now it is 3rd and 15.
Now you got to throw it. Coweta's defensive backs are barely 10 yards off the ball at this point.
They're pressing.
I'm confident Brett Erickson can outrun at least one of them.
Actually, they are playing pretty deep. Sean's going to take off and run. He eludes one tackle. He's going to get to the sideline. He's going to have one man to beat. And they're going to call him out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Good block there by number 81, Tyler Forrest. But there is a flag down on the field, and I wonder if that is going to be a
block in the back.
And that's what he took. Two guys out with one block. So now, not only will it be 3rd and 30.
I think it's from the. Is it from the spot of the foul?
And they're just going to. Yeah, it is from the spot of the foul.
So they got 2 yards, 3 yards.
Which that was an unnecessary. Sean Kacheski had the first down. Block was about at the 45-yard line, so. Another penalty for the Cardinals. And they're beating themselves right now. Defensive backs for Coweta, 10 yards off. They're just going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he's stuffed.
I wonder if Coweta's going to bring the heat again like they did last punt.
Good punt there. And it's going to hit a Coweta player. Collinsville's going to have the ball, I believe. No, Coweta recovers it. So Collinsville almost catches a break.
And that one player who touched it, he immediately got an earful from his coach. Oh, they gave us the wrong ball.
And Blake Bird is back into the game, as well as Mark Tillman. And the ball's going to be thrown and caught for a 12-yard gain. And they're going to get up to the ball.
We have 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
They're going to drop back again. And the ball's dropped by number 83.
Evan Roniker.
So 8.4 seconds left on the clock. They're going to run the ball, and he's hit. They're going to call forward progress. And so that'll be the end of the first quarter. The score, Coweta 6, Collinsville 0. We'll be back to bring you the second quarter.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. And they're going to call a false start on Coweta. That'll move him back 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 15.
Collinsville's playing. They're playing pretty close to the Coweta receivers.
And Draper's going to come on the blitz. The quarterback's going to be hit, and he's going to underthrow the ball, so it'll be 4th and 15. So the defense playing really solid other than one big play. And Brandon Lowe and Chase Wilkins will be back to field the punt.
And number 21, Tyler Craven, will kick it. Who's a quarterback on their roster.
Collinsville's going to set up the blocking, and that's going to be shanked out of bounds into the stands.
There's a souvenir.
I can't see the ref where he's going to.
That's pretty.
He's still walking up.
Still walking forward. Still going. It's at the 45, and he'll stop there.
So that punt was only about. It was 13 yards, so not a very good punt.
And during warm-ups, he had some pretty good punts, but they would always shank off his right foot a little bit.
So the Cardinal offense back on the field. They're going to throw the ball to Schaefer Smith, and it is dropped. And he had a lot of open field in front of him.
Kind of looked like he started running before he caught it.
And Collinsville really hasn't proven that.
They can throw it.
Yeah, so the defensive backs,
They're not going to respect it until you prove it to them.
they're playing some no-sweat defense right now. They're going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he can't go anywhere. He's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd and long.
I mean, there's only so much you can do when there's 7 people in the box and 4 or 5 people blocking up front.
And they almost have a quarterback spy. They have a man just spying on Sean Kacheski. And they're not going to let him take off and scramble. But the defensive line for Coweta has done a really good job of getting pressure in the backfield. Sean's going to roll out to the left, and he has nowhere to go.
Well, to be able to pass it, you got to have at least some blocking.
Not a very good showing by the offensive line so far. But Coweta, when Coweta has 7 guys coming in, and you only have 5 guys blocking. A good kick by Sean Kacheski. It's going to be fielded. Rock Robbins is going to miss the tackle. Austin Roberts will be there to tackle him at the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Coweta. Our offense still having trouble getting going.
Luckily, our defense is playing real solid right now.
And that's what kind of worries me right now is later in the game.
Is our defense going to get tired?
Yeah, they're going to have some fatigue, and that's not good because how high-powered Coweta's offense is.
And how fast they are.
They're going to throw the deep route. Rock Robbins is in pursuit. So a group of Cardinals will bring him down for a gain of 2 yards.
Luckily, we've grown, and most of these players are one-side only players.
They're going to hand the ball off. He's going to break a tackle, and And he's going to have the first down. High snap there. Running back will get a half a yard. That's number 20, Ivy on the carry. They're going to get up and snap the ball again. They're bringing the heat. And that ball's going to be caught for a first down. And Levi Draper will be there to make the tackle. Coweta will still get 4 yards.
And they're doing a hurry up of their hurry up. Hurry up of their hurry up. Well, it looked like they were. The coaches were wanting it.
Northern's going to drop back to pass. He throws it to Roberson. Roberson breaks the tackle. Tyler Forrest will be there to push him out of bounds. But that not fast enough, and Coweta will get another first down. So Coweta putting a pretty good drive together. They're going to throw him on a deep route again. They have him. And he's going to be tackled at the goal line. So they're going to have the ball at the 5-yard line. Collinsville's not used to seeing this fast pace of an offense.
Nope. That'll probably, that's going to affect them.
Collinsville's going to call a timeout.
Try to slow them down a little bit.
So Collinsville coach is not liking how fast Coweta drove the ball there, and they're going to call timeout. And what do you think the coaches are saying right now?
They're probably telling the defensive backs to, I hate to say it, but they're going to have to play off a little bit more. But they're playing, 6 yards away from the line of scrimmage at some points.
Coweta just has such good of a passing game as they're going to get them on the stop and go. And that's the second time they've run that. So Ivy's going to get the carry. And Josh Arnold's going to fly in there and make a tackle, but he will get a yard. A high snap. Austin Roberts is going to run back there. The quarterback, Northern's just going to have to dive on it, and that's a huge loss. And you'd seen a couple of high snaps, but the quarterback, Northern, was able to field it until that one, and that one was just
almost a 20-yard.
That center better hope they score on this possession, or he's going to have an earful when he comes to the sideline. Another high snap. Northern's going to field it. He's just going to throw it up in the air. He has a wide open wide receiver, but it is dropped. Collinsville catches a break there, and holy cow.
They got lucky.
DBs, they got sucked up. They came up to try to.
They got wide-eyed with the high snap. Looks like number 14, Hunter Holmes, is going to try to kick it for Coweta.
And that's a 41-yarder. Good hold. And it's going to be short. So Collinsville,
they got lucky.
Escapes without giving up any points on that drive. So maybe that timeout was ice the center.
Well,
never heard of that one before.
Never heard of it, but maybe we should do it every time they get that close to the end zone.
So Collinsville catches a break. And they'll have the ball. The 24-yard line with 7:36 remaining in the second quarter.
20-yard line.
Excuse me, 20-yard line. They're going to throw the ball to Brandon Lowe, and he's going to have 5 yards. So good first down play there. Sean will have trips to the right. He's going to hand it off to Blake Bird. Blake Bird breaks another tackle. He's going to be tackled at the 41-yard line, and he just ran over one of his offensive linemen.
Sometimes you got to do it.
I thought he was going to outrun I thought he was going to outrun the Coweta defensive backs, but he was unable to. But so a huge chunk of yards there, and Bird's going to stay in the game. And he did not play at running back versus Skiatook. He's going to get called again, except Sean's going to keep it. He's going to fall forward for a gain of 3. And Chandler Cole is in the game now. And I've seen that they've been rotating a lot of their receivers tonight. Sean will have trips to the right, Blake Bird to the left. And Bird's going to get the carry again. And he's breaking tackles.
He just doesn't stop.
And that's the one thing we talked about, I think, in the Uligal game. Blake Bird, more of a power running back, but he does have speed.
He's got that real fine kind of balance between speed and power.
And Haymakers, he's really fast. He's really shifty on his feet, and he will hurdle you.
And the only reason Blake Bird came out was because he scratched up his elbow.
Yeah, he
had
had
blood.
So Haymakers back in the game. It'll be 3rd and 1. They're going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he's going to be back to line of scrimmage. But the one thing I don't like about that is Sam West is on the left side. DB is 10 yards off. Why not just
do that quick?
Throw a little, just not even a 5-yard, just throw it out to him, and he can get.
He can get at least a yard.
I don't think the DB can cover 10 yards in about a second.
And I mean, he's all by himself up there, and he's.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. Unless they just try to draw him offside, they're just going to call timeout. So that'll be the second charge timeout by Collinsville. And what do you think they should do here, Hubbard?
Well, Blake Bird looks like he's gotten his elbow taped up, so.
I almost like to see him go under center, run a quarterback sneak, and run Blake Bird.
Make him do
right behind Sean and try to shove him forward.
But then you rely on the spot of the official, and
well, so far the officials have done a great job tonight. So
I'd like to see a quick pass to maybe Sam West.
The only thing I worry about that is I don't know. The Cardinals have dropped some balls tonight, and that's really hurt. They've had some good drives going, and then a drop ball, and it's kind of killed the drives. So it looks like the offense is going to come back on the field, and Blake Bird will be in there. So they're going to go for it. They're going to be in shotgun. Trips to the lake. Blake Bird's lined up to the right of Sean Kacheski, and Sam West, the lone receiver, to the right. Bird's going to get the carry, and he will get the first down. So a good call there by Coach Jones. So the Cards they're starting to get
a little momentum on them.
Bird still in the game at running back. Sean's going to get the snap, hand it off to Bird. And man, is Coweta loading the box.
I mean, they've got 7 people in the box right now,
and they're bringing everyone.
It's just, there's only so much the line can do for the running back.
You have 5 guys blocking 7. I just wonder why they don't just throw a little screen out. I mean, look, Sam West has number, I believe, number 6, Sanders. Or it might be number 8, Shannon, guarding him. Sean's going to roll out to the left. He throws it to Brett Erickson. It's bobbled up in the air, and it's picked off. So an unfortunate play there.
I mean, that stood in the air for a real long time.
So 3:50 left in the second quarter. Coweta's going to have the ball at the 25-yard line. They're going to drop back to pass. He's going to have a wide open receiver. He's going to get 11 yards. And there was no one covering him.
There was no one within 5 yards of him.
They're going to throw the ball again. Rock Robbins is in pursuit. And that ball is overthrown to number 83, Roniker. And the Cards are bringing the heat. The ball will be caught by number 16, Keenan. And that'll move the chains. The running back, Ivy's going to get the call, and he's going to get 3 yards.
And Kothi's coming back in. I didn't see him come off. But anyway, he's back in.
And looks like the defense is getting a little tired. They're going to run. 83 is going to get the ball, fumble. And Colesville will have the ball with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. And Coach Jones is over there trying to get his offense fired up.
Josh Arnold's fired up. This defense is probably the best game so far this defense has had. I mean, sure, they've given up a couple big plays, but
yeah, Coweta coming into this game, I believe versus McAllister, they scored 49 points, or it might have been Bishop Kelly. If they played, I'm not sure, but I know they put up points. The ball's going to be thrown to Austin Roberts. If he can get some blocks, well, he's going to have the first down.
And that's going to stop the clock until the chains get reset.
Cards are going to start kind of speeding up their offense. They're going to have trips to the right. Tyler Forrest is the lone receiver to the left. Blake Bird's in there at running back. Sean's going to keep the ball, and he's just going to stumble, but he's going to get 6 yards. And Brandon Lowe's going to come into the game.
almost looked like his body was going a little faster than his legs could carry him.
So a minute 58 left on the clock. Blake Bird's going to get the ball, and he's going to get 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 1. And Sean Kacheski's been running over to the coaches to get the play calling. Last week, what I heard from the players was Skytook knew the plays.
They had their signals.
Yeah, so that's why Sean's been running over to the sideline. And Sean's going to keep the ball. He's got a lot of room. He needs 1 block, and he's going to have the touchdown. So the Cards tie the game up with a minute 9 left.
And that's a big momentum shift this close to halftime.
Yeah, the Cards could take the lead.
With a good hold. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with the hold. It just slipped.
About a 40-yard touchdown run. And that field goal is going to be blocked.
I think that was number 33. How do you say that? Good luck with that.
Alinda. This is why I like Coach Price last year. She, being an English teacher, she knew how to pronounce the names.
I am not an English teacher or an English major. That Sabak? Like Sabak. Sabach? Alinda?
Sabach Alinda.
Let's go with that.
The blocked extra point. So the Cards will get the Coweta offense one last chance before half. And their offense runs or throws the ball well enough and gets up to the line and gets their next play in fast enough where a minute 9 is nothing to them.
Before that fumble, they covered, what, 60 yards almost in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
They're a fast-paced offense.
That ball kicked deep. It's fielded. And he's gonna be tackled at the 36-yard line with 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the clock. I would not be surprised if Coach Jones has the defensive backs sink a little deeper.
Well, they've been playing real close to the box, or real close to the line of scrimmage, and with Coweta's got some speed on their wide receivers.
As long as they don't go for the stop and go. That ball is going to be dropped by number 89, Jake Ross.
And I think they're playing about 10 yards off. I know that the corners, Brandon Lowe and Chase Wilkins, are playing pretty far off.
And that ball thrown to a wide open Coweta player. It is dropped again. That was number 16, Keenan. So Collinsville catches another break. And
I don't know if that was a miscommunication on. Well, they had number 6, Chandler Cole in, and Sean comes in to take him off.
So it's 3rd and 10 with 54 seconds left. Northern's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. So the Cards will get the ball back. It's 4th and 10.
And Sean's going to go off, and Cole's going to come back in. I know you want to save your quarterback, but when Sean goes on to play defense, it almost, it kind of gives them a morale boost on defense.
That kick will be kicked into the stands again.
So I'm sure Collinsville's just going to run it and hopefully get the time to expire.
Yeah, usually in these situations they play conservative. They can break off a long run, then get a big play here. Then
I mean, there's only 43 seconds left.
Trips to the left. They have a tight end. No, excuse me, they don't have a tight end. But Blake Bird's going to stay on his feet, and he's going to get 2 yards.
Try to stay on his feet long enough to hopefully make that the last play.
And they're going to start the play clock. But looks like Collinsville's.
They're going to call timeout. I guess they want the half to end on their terms.
Usually you don't see Collinsville do this. So we'll see if they have a play.
Maybe a trick play. I know they got a play that they call Tiger. Well, they at least called it Tiger last year.
We don't want to give away anything.
I mean, a couple years ago they made it just for Coweta, so they might use it now. Like I was going to give away a play. You were concerned for a second.
And Sean's going to keep the ball. He's going to be tackled for a 5-yard gain.
That should end the quarter or half.
It will. So Collinsville scores a late first half touchdown that ties up the game. Score is Coweta 6, Collinsville 6. We'll be back to recap the first half.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. Zach, what are your thoughts on the first half for the Cardinals?
Well, it was better than last week's first half. Almost better than the whole game of last week, really. I mean, our defense is playing solid except for a couple of big plays. And our offense is getting there. You know, it's starting to pick up a little bit more.
Well, last halftime versus Skytook, what was the score?
I think it was
it 14-6?
14-7.
Or 14-7? So, Collinsville, they should be down. I'll be honest, they should probably be down.
They should be down by a lot more than being tied.
Coweta should have about 35 points.
We've gotten lucky a lot.
Yeah, with a lot of drop passes by the Coweta receivers, and I feel sorry for them right now in the locker room.
Couple high snaps.
Yeah, the high snaps on the goal line. Didn't get anything out of that drive. So Coweta's offense has been shooting themselves in the foot. And Collinsville, they've gotten a little more creative this week. Last week, it was mostly run up the middle. But this week, they've actually...
And they're not playing as conservative, which, from what I've heard, is... I'm not going to say it's a complaint from the Collinsville fans, but some of them were kind of yelling during the game against Skytook.
We're going to go silent and let you listen to the Collinsville marching band.
I cannot wait to get over there.
So we're just waiting here for the intersection.
Yeah, we have to sit here. Then we have to go.
At least we get to see.
I'm ready. I saw the
Okay. I'm not going to be able to film very good because all these people are here.
Somehow or another, we called us 3 times a week. These 3 pieces of equipment need to be done
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
Is the question whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing anything, to die, to sleep no more. Sleep to say, we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is head.
desperation, devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. Of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have, and fly to others that we know not how. Make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is simply o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprise is a great thing, and moment with disregard the currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Softly now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in all thy orisons, be thou all my sins remember.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. I've been trying to find some scores in the area. Owasso leads Norman North 28-6. Jinx is leading Putnam City 7-6. Tahlequah is beating East Central 14-7. Guthrie is leading Bishop McGuinness 14-0. Edison is beating Pryor 14-7. Bartlesville leads Sand Springs 13-7. And I saw where Skiatook was up 49-0 at halftime. They were playing Hale in their first district game, so Hale or Skiatook must be playing a really good game.
They must be. They played a good game against us.
So Coweta's on the field already stretchy. Collinsville coming out onto the field.
We have the longer walk.
I feel like Collinsville at that offensive drive has the momentum. Hopefully they can keep it going and are able to build after their 6-point lead.
We're going to get the ball to start off.
6-point score. Yeah, like you said, yeah, Collinsville will get the ball, so their offense will take the field first.
So it was a good thing we scored when we did and got that stop. What do you think was said in the Collinsville locker room?
I feel like he applauded the defense. They've done a really good job, but I feel like he had to get on the DBs a little bit because they've missed a couple assignments. Luckily, Coweta's dropped a bunch of balls, so Collinsville has kind of caught a break, but Coweta should be leading the game 35-6 with all their drop passes, their turnovers. So, I mean, Collinsville's fortunate to come out tied. Their offense starting to get something going late in the second half.
They're starting to. They're starting to get that little, they're starting to get a little, some of the blocks are just starting to get made.
And one thing is that we're still running the ball, even though they're loading the box. And Sean was able to break off for a long tackle. So, I mean, if we can run the box with 7 guys, if we can run the ball with 7 guys in the box,
they'll be both a load off of our linemen and off of our wide receivers who have to kind of block close to the line.
I feel like Coweta coaches had to talk about missed opportunities.
They've had a lot of missed opportunities.
So with 30 seconds left on the clock, Coweta's defense has played pretty solid too.
Yeah, they've got to stop Blake Bird.
Yeah, Collinsville just hasn't really made them pay for they're making them starting to respect the passing game, but they haven't made them pay for loading the box. And we'll see if they do it this half, or they just stick to the run game and pound it out.
I think
resilience, like Coach Jones said.
I think once Coweta starts stopping Blake Bird like they did Ryan Haymaker, I think that's when we'll go to a more pass-heavy offense. Because right now, I think that's the only reason Ryan Haymaker's not in the game right now.
So just to reiterate on the keys to the game, resilience, Cardinals showed that in the first half. Hopefully they can carry that on in the second half. Winning the turnover battle, they are winning it right now. I think it's 3-1 or 2-1. Or has Collinsville's had an interception.
Yeah.
Thrown an interception, but I think they are winning the turnover battle 2-1. Now cutting down on penalties, they haven't done a good job on. And then tackling, they've done a decent job. And that'll be Austin Roberts there, and he'll fair catch it. So the Cards will get the ball at the 29-yard line. Excuse me, the 30-yard line.
Gonzalo's had some pretty decent field position all game.
And the winds started to pick up a little bit. Brendan Lowe's in motion. Ryan Haymaker dives forward for a 5-yard gain. And he does a great job at getting as many yards as he can. He'll get hit in the backfield, and he'll fall forward for 2 yards. And I just have to applaud him for that. He's always keeping his feet moving, and he does a great job.
I think he's one of the best 5A wide running backs, but I may be slightly biased.
He gets the call again, and he's going to get another 5 yards, and that'll be a first down. So he's hit at the line of scrimmage.
Gets 5 yards. And a first down.
So the Cards come out running the ball. No surprise there. And if you're just joining us, Coweta scored in the first quarter, and their extra point was blocked, or I believe, or no, they went for 2, and then Collinsville scored, and their extra point was blocked in the second quarter. Ryan Haymaker will get 2 yards there. Excuse me, they're only going to give him a yard. One line judge had it 2 yards, one line judge had it 1. Haymaker's going to be lined up to the left of Sean Kacheski. Brandon Lowe's going to go in motion. Sean's going to keep the ball, and he runs forward for a gain of 13 yards, and that'll be another first down. So the Cardinal offense finding some running holes.
Cover that 13 yards in about a second almost.
Yeah, Sean Kacheski, I believe, is the fastest one on the Cardinal team.
If he's not the fastest, he's one of the fastest.
They're going to have trips to the left. Sam West, the lone receiver, to the right. Going to throw a bubble screen to Brandon Lowe, and it's dropped. And they've tried that play multiple times tonight.
It's just, it seems like our receivers get a little too fast for it.
And that play is kind of a dangerous play. Usually, the defensive back will come up and blow that play up. So it seems like wide receivers are a little bit
hesitant to catch it.
Almost like they don't trust their blockers. 2nd and 10. Haymaker's going to get the call, and he's going to get a yard.
Sean's still running over to Coach Davis to get the play call.
Yeah, they're not going to risk
the signal mishap.
So it's 3rd and 9. Sean's going to roll out to the right. He has Sam West, but it's incomplete. And so it's 4th and 9. And they're going to get up.
I wonder if it's going to be that quick punt that they do.
Yeah, and that's what it is. A high kick there. And it's going to take a Cardinal bounce. And it's going to bounce all the way to the 10-yard line.
That's a pretty good punt. Well, high punt.
So Coweta has to.
It's probably the worst field position they've had all game. It's not to say they can't cover a big chunk of field in a short period of time.
They're going to throw it. And that's going to be a missed tackle there. And Blake Bird will get the tackle, but that will be a gain of 12 by the Coweta offense. High snap there. Going to drop back to pass. Conesville has some pressure. And that ball is bobbled, but they're going to rule it a catch for a gain of 16 yards.
It was a good catch.
So they're 2 plays, and they're at the 42-yard line. They're blitzing. Going to throw it to number 83. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Brandon Lowe. But that'll be a gain of 9 yards. Excuse me, they're going to signal that a first down. They're going to get up to the ball. Another quick pass. And that was tipped. So that'll slow down the
offense a little bit. I don't know if you can slow down this offense much.
And one thing the defensive line and the linebackers have done is they've got pressure on Northern, the Coweta quarterback. So that's one thing they have to do with the passing quarterback. He's going to fake the pass. He's going to keep running, and he's going to be tackled at the 24-yard line. And if you can't see, Sean Kacheski is in at defensive back. They're not going to risk a big play. And Northern's going to be the lone player in the backfield. That ball should have been intercepted by Sean Kacheski, and he knows that.
And not only does he's a little bit taller than most of our defensive backs, and not only brings that, but he brings experience.
And he's quick.
And he's quick.
He's just a good athlete. And Northern's going to drop back to pass. And Josh Arnold's going to be there to push him out of bounds, as well as Mark Tillman. That'll be a gain of 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 7. And again, they're going to go with Northern, the lone player in the backfield. He's going to throw a quick curl, but we'll see if they give him the first down.
He's signaling 4th.
Coweta's bringing in their big wide receiver, number 89, Jake Ross. He's dropped a couple of passes, but he's going to get on the line. Coweta kind of struggling. It's 4th down. They're going to look over to the sideline, see if they can get a different play call in. It's going to be handed off to Ivy, and that was Levi Draper on the tackle, and he will be stuffed for a 2-yard loss.
That's a big stop by Draper.
He ran through the line untouched. So that'll get some momentum.
For Collinsville, maybe fire up this offense a little bit.
Lowe's going to go in motion. Haymaker's going to get the carry. And he's going to get a yard.
That's got to be a little bit tiring for Sean to run over to the sideline after every play. I know he's an athlete, and I'm sure he works. He does all his conditioning and stuff. It's repetitive and tiring.
And Haymaker's going to get the call again, and he'll get another yard. So it's 3rd and 6. And this quarter's gone by a little quicker.
A little bit more run plays than fast plays.
Haymaker's going to go in motion. They're going to fake the throw to him. Brett Erickson is unable to run under the ball. Good play call there. Sean Kacheski just overthrew him. So that'll be a 4th down.
That was a great play call, and I don't know if you've noticed, but Coweta's not stacking the box near as much as they have been.
And that's kind of opened up Cardinal offense running game. A good punt there. Rock Robbins is going to get down there, and it's fumbled. And Coweta's going to jump on it. So they escaped there. Collinsville had 2 players down there.
And Coweta's having a little bit of trouble with the drop balls and drop passes.
And they're going to throw that ball, and that'll be caught for a 1st down.
Sean's still in at safety.
So now Ivy in the backfield as well as Northern. They throw the pass to Ross. And he's hit, but he will have the 1st down.
He's just a real big, tall target. That's easy to throw to.
And Northern's going to take off and run, and he's going to be met by a group of Cardinals. Cardinals having some communication errors, it seems like. And Northern's going to take off again. And he's going to be in for the touchdown. Brandon Lowe tried to swipe at the ball. Northern had a tight grip on it, and he'll run in for the touchdown.
And I believe that was Josh Arnold blitzed off the nose guard, which was number 70, Krupinski, and he chose the wrong hole. Northern ran to the other hole and scored a touchdown off of it.
So the extra point is good. Coweta now leads 13-6. So just some defensive errors. Almost seemed like
it's by defense. He's played pretty well all night.
Another pooch kick. It's going to be fair caught by Austin Roberts. So Blake Bird now in at running back. Austin Roberts will go in motion. And Sean Kacheski's going to keep it. And he's going to have the first down, a gain of 11. A good read there by the senior quarterback.
They're doing a lot of that motion, bringing the H back across the line. And it's usually to create him as an extra blocker on that side.
Roberts in motion again. Sean's going to keep the ball, and he's tripped up for a 5-yard gain. Coweta, looks like they're bringing the blitz. Blake Bird's going to get the carry, and he's breaking tackles left and right. He's going to cut across the field. He's got one man to beat. Touchdown, Cardinals. Blake Bird with a huge play there.
A 45-yard run.
Wow. And there's a flag on the play. And they're going to bring it back. Got to be kidding me. I didn't even see the flag down.
I didn't see it either. And it looks like it was right at the point where he cut across the field.
Block in the back.
Man, that just sucks all the momentum out of you.
But they'll get the first down. So
I guess it's better than 10 yards back.
wow. So Haymaker back in the game. And Sean's going to keep it. And he's breaking tackles. And he'll have an 8-yard gain there. Excuse me, 7 yards. So Austin Roberts in motion again. They're going to throw it out to him. And he's going to get the first down. A gain of about 5. Trips to the right. Tyler Forrest, the lone receiver, to the left. They're going to hand it off to Haymaker. And he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 1. And right now, it looks like on the line they have number 70, Joey Krapinski, in for number 52, Dakota Treadway, who I believe had the block in the back. Haymaker's going to get the carry again. And he's going to get 2 yards.
And Bird's going to come back in for Haymaker.
So a huge 3rd down here. Sean's going to keep the ball. He's going to cut it back. And they're going to have the 1st down. So it's 1st and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. So this Cardinal offense doing a good job at giving the defense a break.
Yeah. Good job finding those holes. I mean, they may not be very big, but when we do find them, we go for 8 yards almost.
High snap. Bird's going to get the carry, and he's going to walk into the end zone. So Blake Bird finally does get his touchdown. So the score is now 12-13. We'll see if they have a new kicker in there. That's number 53, Dakota Boggs.
He's got a faster, run up.
And it's no good. So Coweta still has the lead. So that hurts.
I think Dakota Boggs is going to do kickoff too.
Did
Hadley's sitting over there on the sideline.
wonder if he pulled a muscle or something. That's interesting. That kick will be fielded by number 87. And he's going to be tackled at the 39-yard line. So this Cardinal defense needs another stand. 53.5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And the Cards look like they're bringing the heat. No, their linebackers are going to drop back. And Northern has nowhere to go. And that'll be Justin Cothe on the tackle there. A loss of 2. And Cothe's been kind of silent tonight, so it's good to see him getting in the action. And the Cardinals bringing 3. That ball will be caught at the 46-yard line. So it's 3rd and 3. Coweda's going to get back up to the ball.
They've got 10 seconds.
They're going to look over to the sideline. They're bringing in another,
5.
singing it. And they're going to throw it. And that'll be Levi Draper there just standing him up. And so that'll bring the end of the third quarter. Coweta leads 13-12. We'll be back to bring you the fourth quarter.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. It's 4th and 4. Coweta brings their offense back onto the field. They'll have Ivy in the backfield as well as Northern. Tyler Forrest is back there. High snap. That ball is going to be tipped, it looks like. So Collinsville is going to take over at the Coweta's 46-yard line.
That was another good stop by this defense.
A gutsy call there by Coweta. I don't know if he doesn't trust their defense or he thought he had faith in their offense, but Collinsville is going to take over with great field position. And Ryan Haymaker's in the game. And he's going to get the carry. And he's going to break free for a gain of 9 yards. And I thought he was going to be stopped for a gain of 1, and he spit out of there like nothing. Austin Roberts is going to go in motion again. Sean's going to keep it, and he's going to have the first down. And Collinsville just running it down Coweta's throat right now. They finally started to get their run game going. It's almost like Austin Roberts in motion is shifting their defense enough. And Sean's going to keep it again, and he's going to have a huge gain. Looks like 19 yards.
Maybe that's why they're doing it. A little misdirection.
Kind of shifting their linebackers. And Blake Bird's going to come in the game after Haymaker has a good hard run. And Brandon Lowe's going to go in motion now. And Bird's going to get the carry. And he has one guy to beat, and he's going to be tackled at the 2-yard line, it looks like. He'll be tackled at the 3-yard line. And it's second down. Blake Bird will stay in the game. And Brandon Lowe go in motion. Blake Bird's going to get the carry, and he's going to get a yard. So it's 3rd and 1.
at the 2.
And now Collinsville coaches are starting to signal in the plays. Trips to the left. Tyler Forrest, the lone receiver, to the right. Brandon Lowe go in motion. Sean's going to keep it, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So Coach Jones.
Blake Bird is still in the game.
Sean Kacheski's going to run over the sideline and get the play call from Austin Roberts. And this is a huge, huge play for both teams. And there's going to be a timeout by Collinsville. Probably a smart timeout there.
I mean, what do? Do you try to run it up the middle with Sean? Do you move to Blake Bird? Do you try to do a quick hitch?
I don't know. I'd like to see Sean Kacheski on a quarterback sneak, bring Blake Bird up. Or I'd like to see him bring in Levi Draper, line him up as a fullback, and have him lead block for Blake Bird, have Sean under center. There's 8 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. Fourth and 1. And Blake Bird's going to stay in the game. And he's going to go under center, and they're going to quarterback sneak it. He's going to get around the outside. Touchdown, Cardinals. Great job by Sean Kacheski to recognize that. And so the Cardinals will go up 18-13. And it looks like they're going to go for 2. They've tried 2 field goal kickers, but this would make it a 7-point game. And Sean's going to keep it, and he's not going to get the conversion, but the Cards will take a 5-point lead with 8:53 left in the fourth quarter. A great offensive drive by the Cardinals.
Great running. They finally got that running game going this half.
So Uligal, Collinsville rushes for over 400 yards. They win the game. Catoosa, I don't know how many yards they rushed for, but they ran the ball pretty well versus Catoosa. They win. They go to Skiatook, and they can't get the running game going. They end up losing 21 to 14. But Collinsville was really close to tying up the game late in the fourth quarter.
When we got our running game going a little bit. So Dakota Boggs still doing the kicking duties. I wonder if Hadley pulled something.
Good kick there. It's going to be fielded, and a great tackle by Brett Erickson.
You don't see that. Usually that player will fair catch it.
Well, they moved their second line back far enough where he was able to field it, but Brett Erickson flew and made that tackle. So the defense needs a stop here. They're going to hand it off to Ivy, and he's going to get They show 2 yards. That was Marcus Tillman with the tackle. He's going to drop back to pass. Collinsville has pressure. And they're going to tackle him for a 2-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. And
he gets up kind of gingerly.
I don't know if he's cramping up or got dead-legged. I'm guessing he got dead-legged. Someone's knee came in and looks like his calf is what's bothering him. High snap. Cards rush 3. Still get pressure on him. And Sean Kaczewski's going to pick it off. Then get some blocks. He's going to have a good return, and he's going to be pushed out. And
into the Powerade again.
And so Coweta, bad turnover there. I don't really know how to word this, but Collinsville got 2 yards. They're 2 yards away from where Coweta had the ball.
They're 2 yards.
So Coweta's
2 yards away from the original, Coweta's original line of scrimmage. And that's a huge momentum.
So the quarterback has some hands. And Haymaker's going to get the carry. He's going to bear crawl for a 5-yard gain. And Sam West comes up hobbly.
I wonder if he's just cramping.
So that means Chase Wilkins will be in the game. So it's 2nd and 5. Austin Roberts will go in motion. Sean's going to keep it. He's going to be tackled for a 5-yard loss.
And I think Lyman didn't get his blocking assignment right because Coach Haas started yelling from the sideline.
So it'll be 3rd and 9. Trips to the left. Sean's going to roll out to the right. He throws it to Chase Wilkins. It's caught for a 1st down.
And there's that quick hitch that we've been talking about all game.
Good play call there by the Cardinal coaching staff. 6:20 left on the game clock.
And I'll tell you, all the coaches would love another touchdown.
Yeah, that would put the game a 2-possession game. And Austin Roberts is going to go in motion. Haymaker's going to get the carry. He jumps over someone. He'll land, get a 5-yard gain. And I've noticed one thing this second half is, other than the block in the back, I don't think we've had another penalty.
I don't think so either. But it just goes back to the got to stop some penalties that we've had.
So, I mean, Coach Jones must have really stressed that at halftime, and they've done a really good job so far. And Haymaker's going to get the carry again, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds for a 2-yard gain. So it's 3rd and 3.
Bird's back in the game.
So there would not be surprised if he gets the call. And Sean's going to keep it, and he's going to try and lean forward. He'll get a yard, so it's going to be 4th and 2. It looks a lot farther than 2 yards. But on the
scoreboard it says 1 to go.
Yeah, but I think it's 4th and 3. The Coweta fans are getting loud. Sean's going to roll out to the right, throw a quick hitch, and it's caught. And that's Chase Wilkins there. So another great play call.
That was a good catch by him. You know,
good throw.
It was a good throw. Sean threw it to where the defensive back wasn't, and it was a good job by Chase to, you know, reset his feet and dive backwards to get it.
And Austin Roberts is going to go in motion. Bird's going to get the handoff, and he's going to be met in the backfield. So it'll be 2nd and goal. Coweta is now selling out on the run,
which opens up those quick hitches that have gotten them out of 3rd downs past 2 times.
So Sam West is now back in the game for Chase Wilkins. Chase putting in some really good minutes on the offensive side of the ball. Going to be twins to either side. Austin Roberts is going to go in motion. Sean's going to roll out. It looks like he's going to try and run. And he's tackled in the backfield. So Chase Wilkins is now back in the game.
And Lowe's going to check in for Roberts.
Another big 3rd down. Sean's going to roll out to the right, throw another hitch route, and it's broken up. So it's going to be 4th and 10. Now the coaches can bring in field goal kicker and make it a 7-point game. But it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes left in the game.
And so Collinsville trips to the left. Sean's going to roll out to the left, look back right, and he just overthrows Chase Wilkins. And Sean patting his head. He barely over the hands of Chase Wilkins. So Coweta's going to get the ball with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left, down by 5 points. And 2 minutes for Coweta is nothing. And that's scary.
They'll cover 60 yards in 30 seconds if they have to.
So Collinsville better be ready for a stop and go, because I would not be surprised if they do that. They're going to put Ivy in motion. They're going to throw it out to Ivy. Levi Draper comes in, and he's going to get the tackle.
Clock's still going to run.
They're going to call him inbounds, I believe. Yes, they will. So the clock's still running. A gain of 6. So Coweta gets back up to the ball. And Northern's going to drop back. Kothi's in pursuit. He just throws it out of bounds with 1:37 left on the clock.
And they need a touchdown. Field goal's not going to do much for them.
Which their field goal kicker can kick it from about 30 yards, but that's useless.
That just gets them closer. Doesn't give them the win.
Now Northern, the lone player in the backfield, and that'll be a tackle by Sean Kacheski, and they're going to give him the first down, I believe. Yes, they will. They're going to move the chains. 1:31 left on the clock.
And Coweta's already to go.
Clock starts rolling again. Can't get beat deep. And the ball's tipped but caught. Levi Draper tipped the ball. Coweta was able to haul that in. That was number 16, Keenan.
And Coweta called a timeout, I believe.
With a minute 18 left, ball on the 40-yard line. It's a nail biter.
So Coweta gets lucky that time.
So what do you think Coach Jones is telling the defense right now?
Not to make dumb mistakes because they're probably tired. They've got to be tired. Coweta's been running the fastest offense we've seen all year.
I think he's saying don't go for pump fakes. You have to stay solid, stay to your assignment, and we'll win this game.
And not keep everyone in front of you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Keep everyone in front of you. And they have to be aware Northern will take off and run, and he's had some pretty good rushes. But he's going to drop back. He's going to go for the pump fake. It's not there, and it is almost intercepted by Chase Wilkins. And Northern...
Chase did a real good job right there of not biting on that pump fake.
Jake Northern, the quarterback for Coweta, is getting a little antsy back there. He's been hit pretty hard after the play. And that ball's going to be dropped. So it's going to be 3rd and 10, a minute 9 left. These plays are only taking 4 seconds at most off the clock. And that kind of benefits the Coweta Tigers. Northern, the lone player in the backfield. High snap. And that ball's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
It's a tip ball, so that's not going to be pass interference,
and I think that's what the head referee's saying. So if it was tipped, it'll be 4th and 10, and that's what they're saying.
It's going to be a tip ball, so it's not pass interference.
And Coweta fans don't agree with that.
Well, that's the rules.
So a huge play here. A minute 4 left on the clock. And that ball is thrown, and it is incomplete.
It's a great stop by this defense. And we've got less than a minute to go, and Coweta's got what, 2 timeouts left? Coweta's got 2.
Two timeouts, so.
We've got, I think, 1.
So Collinsville still has to run plays. They can't just get in victory formation.
We have 2 timeouts left.
Collinsville has 2.
We have 2. Coweta has 2.
Okay, so that benefits Coweta because Collinsville's not going to be using their 2 timeouts. Haymaker's going to get the carry, and all they need is a first down, and he has got the first down. Coweta's going to call a timeout right away, and the stands are clearing for Coweta.
You got to beat the traffic home.
Everyone's trying to beat the traffic.
I think we're going to go victory on this one.
Yep. With 38 clock rolling, all they need is the ball's kneeled, and that will be the game.
Unless Coweta calls a timeout.
Which they won't. So Collinsville comes to Coweta, Oklahoma, and beats the Tigers 18-13. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back to recap.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
And we're back. Cardinals beating the Tigers 18-13. Cardinals showed resilience all night, like Coach Jones talked about. They won the turnover battle. The second half, they cut down on penalties. One penalty.
One penalty the whole half.
And then towards the second half is when their defense really started to tackle. So what Coach Jones said is what they did the second half. So we got two players of the game, one on offense, one on defense. We'll start with offense.
It's got to be Blake Bird.
Yeah, Blake comes into the game, has a huge run for a touchdown. It's get called back for because it's a block and a back. So they bring it back. Blake Bird still gets his touchdown.
And I don't think Ryan Haymaker's a great quarterback, but they had his number, or great running back, and they had his number, especially in that first half. And I don't think if Blake Bird went in and at the very end of the first half and just ran over Coweta's defense practically.
Well, and the thing is I don't think Coweta had seen much film on Blake Bird, and after the Skytook game, I don't even think they thought that he would even get in the game on the offensive side of the ball. But I did notice that on the offensive side of the ball, they were rotating a lot of guys on wide receiver. They rotated the running backs, and they had a few linemen come in. But offensively, I know 18 points isn't a lot, but
it's one of the best games we've had all year.
Yeah, it won us the game. So on the defensive side of the ball, who's your MVP?
It's got Sean Krzyzewski.
Yeah, he comes into the game and kind of carries momentum too.
He's a leader on both sides of the ball, and that really shows when he comes onto the field. You know, and they'll all look at him for directions of what to do.
Yeah, he came in and gets a pick, and that really and Collinsville scored on that drive, didn't they?
Yeah.
So Sean had the touchdown too, so he has defensive side of he has a big play on defense, and then he runs in for the touchdown. So Sean played really well offensively. Blake Bird played really well offensively. Our defense as a whole played really good defensively. Coweta, their quarterback, over 1,000 yards passing first 3 games. I don't even think he had 200.
If that.
I mean, our defense played solid tonight.
I think overall is probably the best game we've had all year.
Yeah, our versus Skytook defense did not play very well. So they worked the kinks out, and they're going to be a contender in the 5A class.
I think so.
Coweta's a really good team. Lost to McAllister by 1 point, I believe it was McAllister. So Cardinals play really solid tonight. They come out with the win. They will play Tahlequah in Collinsville for homecoming. So that's going to be a good game for the Cardinals. I'm Logan Wilt.
I'm Zach Hubbard.
We'll see you next time.